Present Champions League anthem. There is nothing quite like it in the European game. Let's take another look at the lineups. First of all, Steaua Bucaresti, 1.
Yep, experienced goalkeeper, 10 clean sheets last season. Thomas, people at Watford and West Brom with him, although he was injured for most of that time, but they have got players on the wide-hand side. Papa, blistering pace, number 10, Salic is a player that's had 3 goals in this competition already. Tremendous atmosphere, and the players, as both Frida rightly said, will have high energy, pressing high up the field.
Manchester City, of course, coming into this matchup with an allocated number of 3,000 tickets, handing back 2,500 tickets, only 500 Manchester City fans present in Romania. Your referee today is Daniele Osato, and all Italian officials alongside him. And the more experienced referees you will find in the European game, that's for sure. Alexei, very partisan atmosphere for Steaua Bucaresti. How important is it for the home side to have such support?
Well, look, they know that they're possibly overwhelmed when it comes to talent, but you can feed off of that passion in this stadium and the support that you're going to get right from the opening whistle, which is why the beginning of the game is going to be huge.
Let's check out Manchester City's lineup, Brad.
Yeah, have a look at Caballero's distribution, the position Zabaleta and Kolarov take up, win in possession. Fernandinho's going to be that anchor, but then here's where they come alive. Sterling, De Bruyne, Silva, Nolito, and Sergio Aguero. And if those aren't doing it, there are a lot of players over there on that bench that are going to want to impress Pep Guardiola as well.
So it's Manchester City who get ruled out by a lot of people in the Euro. Steaua come again with Stanchu, and Stanchu's had a go, and that can't have missed by much. Caballero certainly was not sure as he stood and watched helplessly.
He started on the front foot. Steaua, this is Fernandinho, a little bit lackadaisical. Stanchu picks the ball up full of confidence. And Caballero can do his watch. Actually just clips the outside of the post on its way through. Fantastic effort, and it's been a very bright start.
Fernandinho was arguably City's best player against Sunderland on Saturday, but he's not started tonight all that well yet. Silva to Aguero. It's a comfortable save for Florin Nita, but no worth a shot. Nolito.
It was a good effort from him. I think what we've just seen previous to that was Manchester City just going that little bit long.
Into Sterling. Sully Monero. Oh, it is a hack. Yeah. And Raheem Sterling has now won 2 penalties in 2 games for City this season. And it's the correct decision. Sterling just waiting for Monero to make that first move, which he did. And the referee, Daniele Osato's got it absolutely spot on. Aguero made no mistake. Inside 4 minutes at the weekend in the Premier League. Here he is, 7.5 minutes in against Steaua Bucaresti to try and give City the perfect start with their first away goal. And Aguero's effort saved. The follow-up hits the bar. Nolito came charging in. What a save from Florin Nita.
It is a fantastic save. You see the follow-on as well, from Nolito. This is absolutely delighted with that save. And there's been a lot of tackle from
Sully Monero. Good one too from Fernandinho. In comes Sterling. Picks the pocket of Toshka. Still Sterling. Silva! Sterling, Silva, solid goal for Manchester City. Aguero couldn't make the breakthrough from the spot. Silva hit that firmly. And that was a fine finish to give the visiting team the lead. It's a good job Silva did score. Nolito would have been furious. He was primed and ready behind him. But Silva has scored. It's Steaua 0, City 1.
It's good play from Sterling, but they really did create their own problems here. Just being too slow at the back there. Toshka in particular. Sterling does brilliantly. Finds himself in a good position, has a presence of mind to find Silva. It's a great finish as well. just see the defending here. You cannot take your time when you've got a player like Sterling. He's going to be after you. It's exactly what he did against Toshka. With the presence of mind. Great finish from Silva.
NRK. I don't think he's cursing his luck. I think he's cursing himself.
Yeah, definitely, and it's fantastic play. You know, and this tells you all about Guardiola. No questions. 100% it's a penalty. But you look at the player that passed the ball to Kolarov. It's madness to be diving in there like that. You know, in a way, it can be lazy.
Take two for Sergio Aguero. Can Nita possibly be a hero again by saving two Sergio Aguero penalties? Oh! Didn't need to this time. Aguero's hit it too high, it's clipped the top of the bar. Don't think there was a touch on the keeper. It was just hit so hard by Sergio Aguero, and it's got Pep Guardiola rubbing his eyes in disbelief.
It's safe to say he hasn't got the first penalty out of his system. I've seen Nita before just doing the gamesmanship going from side to side, and it unearthed Aguero. Until his confidence was down, he's gone for pure power down the middle. He set it over the bar. It was a real. Seeing one penalty miss from Aguero is a rarity, but to see two.
Silva. Kolarov. It's deflected! Onto the roof of the net.
And the two fullbacks are having a real say in this game. They've got Manchester City on the front foot. You know what Kolarov's like, shooting from distance. It's a deflection.
Skips through two. Chance to find Aguero now. Going to have to keep on skipping. Silva. De Bruyne. Disappointing end to a build-up that seemed to last forever.
It didn't, and once again it's Manchester City getting the ball into the wide areas and isolating the fullback. This time it's Nolito and an RK. Something that's worked really well. You see, eventually gets a bit of support back from Pauper. Right then it's too late. Nolito does brilliantly well here. Find that time and space in the box. Just end up getting crowded out.
Breezes past Fernandinho. Golubovic and Stancio are forward. Hamroon's getting there. Hamroon's in a great position. Popa goes on. Here's Yugurta Hamroon. It's a good save by Caballero.
We talked about the danger men for them. Stancio just been involved. Pauper. It's a good decision here. Just played a little bit too far in front of Hamroon. And Caballero keeps himself big, but the more they can get Pauper on the ball, the pace that he's got going forward, especially when Kolarov is going forward at every opportunity.
Silva in. Kolarov! Was that saved? Seemed to be a deflection on it.
I thought it was saved myself, but it may have come off the crossbar. Yeah, it has. Fantastic effort from Kolarov at an angle where he shouldn't have been able to get the shot on target.
Brilliant effort from the Serbian. And City are in again with Sterling. That one's saved. Tipped over the bar by Florin Nita. That's been the pattern of the first half, for most of it anyway. Bar a couple of Steaua flurries, it's been a City bombardment. And if you go back over the history of Manchester City Football Club, that's been the way their fans have seen it.
It is, and it'll be exciting. And I think what you will see is at the start of the game, when the lineups come out and the systems come out, it isn't going to mean much because players are just drifting all over the place. We saw it at Barcelona, but even more so we saw it at Bayern Munich. And the way players were drifting and out of position.
Sterling finds the target this time. Oh, what a good finish that is from Sergio Aguero. He might miss them from 12 yards, but give them something more difficult to achieve from outside the box, and he'll steer it home with ease. And it looks as though Manchester City are going to be taking back a first leg lead with relative ease too. Before half-time they have a 2-0 lead, and Aguero has scored.
It's a great finish, and once again Sterling getting himself involved. It's a great layoff, a good pick out as well, lovely layoff. just guides it into the corner. Doesn't have to worry about the pace or anything on it. It's all about the judgment and the placement, and it's absolutely spot on. Once again, the link up with Sturm as well, coming inside, and the presence of mind to just drop the ball off to Aguero.
Even with a second half and a second leg to come. It's Popa.
Now they're really struggling to deal with the movement. Just receive a shot here from Palpa. It's a good shot, but it was comfortable enough for Caballero. But one of the things.
So Steaua.
And Steaua, like you said, exactly the same as in the first half. And if they can get that goal, it makes the game a lot more interesting.
De Bruyne has been beaten. But the angle was just too tight for Nikolaj Stanchuk. Great bit of skill to ease his way past Kevin De Bruyne. Caballero had that post covered anyway.
I think if he can get the ball to him, we've seen the qualities that he's got. And we've talked about Chelsea being interested.
Nolito. Fortunate to get it back. De Bruyne. Nolito onside, and Manchester City 3-0 up. Nolito has his first goal for the club, and Manchester City have 1 foot firmly in the Champions League already.
Started and finished by that man Nolito. First of all, he picked up a smart ball from Stones, which is exactly what Guardiola wants from his centre-backs. Get the ball and go forward with it. He has the insurance of Fernandinho behind him, and he did that, played the ball to Nolito. And ends up then going out to De Bruyne. He carries on his run. The ball comes back to him a little bit fortuitous. There's the ball to De Bruyne. I think he's going to be having a shot here, De Bruyne. And that is an exquisite ball. I think Sinarkin is probably just playing him onside, but when you watch this pass from De Bruyne, it gets better each time. That really is a masterclass of a ball. And a good finish in the end from Nolito.
That's his kind of goal. And City are running away with the tie. Never did it at Sunderland. Here's David Silva, and here's Nolito again, outside of the goal.
I think this is an ideal time for Guardiola now. Game done and dusted as of this evening, and probably the 2 legs.
Never did it with Bayern Munich, got to the semis all 3 seasons in charge, and there is that statistic. He's never failed to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League in 7 seasons as a coach. There's Aguero, who helped City to the semi-finals last season. Shooting practice almost now, because every time they go forward, there's a chance at scoring.
It's a great ball from De Bruyne, and it's his first touch. He's so good, and then gets it out of his feet onto his right foot, finds a space, but just can't get it on target. But from Guardiola's point of view, we just saw him show on players that can only play in one position. And I think that's been shown from the different teams that he's managed.
It's come to Aguero. It's a good strong hand from Nita. Sterling. Silva. Shot opened up again. Sprawling, sliding stop from Tamash. Fernandinho. Nolito. Aguero. Who's next? Silva. Oh, and Silva's missed the target. It seemed as though the goal was gaping. 2 or 3 huge chances City had before now. In truth, they really could have been into double figures by now tonight.
Yeah, their movement's brilliant. And when you've got players like Silva, like Aguero, like Nolito on the pitch, you see the save from Nita. It really is a fantastic save. At times it's been him versus Manchester City. He has been very good and made some key saves. But Manchester City are playing with a real sense of freedom now. They know what they do.
Sterling. Great effort to beat Sparta Prague in the last round, thanks to the individual brilliance of Nikolaj Stanchuk. Nolito. Sanya. Aguero to Nolito and returned. And this time, Aguero has 2. City have 4. That was made to look so easy. Brilliant passing. Superb understanding, too, between players getting used to one another, in Nolito and Aguero's case. Well, Manchester City are going into the Champions League for a 6th year in a row. And they will be a real threat in it, too. They are swamping Steaua.
Brilliant to watch. The link-up between, first of all, De Bruyne, then Nolito. There's a 1-2 and then another one with Aguero. It's a perfect Guardiola goal. Really is it. The movement, one-and-touch football, absolutely brilliant. And when you have players like Aguero, like Nolito, like De Bruyne, you can see he's delighted with that goal in particular. Nolito.
Ronaldinho into Silva. Sanya pulled back for Nolito. Well played, Florida. Semi-finals again. Given a fair wind and good luck with injuries. Aguero off the post and in, and he does have his hat-trick, and Sydney have 5, and every goal seems easier than the last one that was scored. Some in Steaua shirts guilty of switching off there. City are walking through and putting the ball into the Steaua net at will. What a night for Aguero. A hat-trick and 2 penalties missed, all in the same game.
It's good play. Aguero finds himself in so much space. The 2 centre-backs were pushed up. It was an arcade. Similar to one of the early goals, playing him onside. And a fantastic finish into the corner. And like you say, he's got his hat-trick, but things have gone his way. He could have had 5.